Welcome to the Build Guild podcast, a professionally unprofessional podcast for makers. My name is Meredith Palmer. I am the maker of Palmer's Designs. I do custom art and I don't know, anything you can really think of to paint on, and so
commission artist.
Yeah.
Paintbrush for hire.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Are
like
you
a merc? Like a paint merc.
Art merc?
Yeah.
Art merc. Yeah,
Are you in college? You're a college
Yes.
student right now. Okay. What's your
Last year,
major?
Advertising.
You're advertising. Okay. I think this is the first
College
student that we have had, so that's a
Yep.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you're advertising major.
Yes.
Why the art then? Do you hope to merge those two once you're out? What's your plan, or do you have a plan?
I've always loved art, and I started my business when I was in high school, drawing on shoes. And my parents were like, okay, you've got to go to Harding, let's do this. And they were like, but you can't do art because you'll never make anything with that. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was business at first, and I took a year of accounting, and I was like, I've got to get out of here.
I did the exact same thing.
Oh, it was awful.
Accounting?
Yep, I started
I
as
didn't
accountant.
remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would just fall asleep in class. It was so bad. I couldn't even. So then I switched to advertising or graphic design.
Oh.
And then they were like, if you do advertising, you'll learn a little bit more and kind of had a wider variety of skills. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I've liked that a lot. And it's helped me sell my art. But so far I feel like I've learned a lot more just doing my own thing. About people and business and all of that.
So, being an advertising major, right? Do you advertise yourself? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
So, does that give you some practicality,
Yeah, we talk about, I've learned how to do a marketing campaign and data analytics and a little bit of coding and different things with, I had a whole class about fonts. So, things
Typography.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, were you the same major?
No, I was graphic design.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had some marketing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it was
And
just one
now-
or two classes.
My friends that are graphic design, I'm like, I could not do that because it's so hard.
It's
There's a
basically
lot
all on
to
the
it.
computer now. That's it. Right?
Yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
they
The Adobe
still
suite.
do print media, I'm sure, but most of it is moved into the digital realm.
Yeah.
So
It's very precise. And so when I was graphic design, I was like, I can't do this. And
is
my
it too
teacher-
precise?
Yeah. My teacher would look at my stuff and be like, what are you doing?
who was it? Who did you have?
Cologne, Enrique Cologne. Shout out.
You want to know something crazy?
Mhm.
He was in classes with
Oh
me.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
He's a church member of mine.
Oh, right. He goes to Highway.
He goes to Highway.
Yeah, he and his
Okay, yeah.
wife both, Amanda and Enrique.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
cool.
I remember them.
So I liked him. But then after that, I was like, I can't do this either. I don't know.
Okay.
So.
You started on shoes, so did
Jason White.
Jason White.
Yeah.
That's what
Really?
he
That's
said
true.
started
I didn't know that.
his
So
whole deal.
I'm wanting
Cool.
to know, is that the standard
Apparently,
thing
drawing
to do?
on
Yeah,
shoes.
it's
That's where I
a
should have
secret
started.
society.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Is that how you guys know each other?
Yeah.
In
Oh,
public,
yes.
it's you look at your feet and you're like,
There's a special wave.
Yeah.
It's
You-
like
you-
the
like the Jeep way? Yeah.
Secret society.
the shoe
Yeah.
thing.
What were you drawing on shoes? What, just weird designs? Or did
Yeah,
you be like,
just-
hey, can I draw
I
on
like
your
how you
shoes?
just
or-
said weird designs. Why not just draw a design?
Well,
Why does it
I
gotta
don't
be
know,
weird
just
stuff?
I saw a lot of floral work.
Yeah.
I briefly looked at your feed, just now. I live off the grid most of the time.
He has no
So,
internet in this house or on his
there's-
phone.
I'm
Wow.
sorry, there's
Yeah.
nothing here.
That's cool.
But speaking of advertising and identity and all that stuff, it looks like you've got a pretty good overall identity
Thank you.
just from the feed that I was looking at. Is that something that you started a long time ago before your major on your own? How long have
yeah.
you been at that, and how have you been able to leverage that for what you do?
Yeah. I started it in high school,
Okay.
and the pictures were really bad. If you scroll back all the way to the beginning, it looks
Okay.
really bad. But learning more about that really in the past year is when I kind of improved a lot of that. And it's fun for class. We have to research what makes an Instagram better and all of that. And
Okay.
there's a ton of stuff that goes into it.
So they
but-
do put a lot of emphasis now on
Yeah.
social platforms.
Who's
and-
teaching me what makes Instagram better?
Yeah.
Does that person even have Instagram?
Yes, she runs the Harding Instagram.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So she
Seems
does have
legit.
some cred.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Been skeptical.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Ben's got like 25,000 followers.
I hit 25 today.
Oh,
How exciting.
That's awesome.
I mean, it
Doesn't
doesn't
make me
Harding
any more money,
campus
but-
guy.
I don't know.
Like worldwide.
Yeah, and over the summer I had this internship, and one of the ladies there also did and sold art, and she was like, "You've got to help me get Instagram famous." And so I actually like put together a thing for her, and I did a lot of research over the summer, and she really was kidding, but it was fun to
Yeah.
look at all
She was
that.
kidding. You were serious.
Yeah.
And it all worked out because you learned
Yeah.
a lot. Okay, good.
Well, when I
Yeah.
first found your profile picture was the thing that drew me in. It's super color. It's perfect for a circle. I don't know
Yeah.
how much that was just a random picture that you put up or it just fit, but
Yeah.
it really stood out. I don't know.
Thank you. Yeah,
Very
that was
colorful.
a background piece that I did for Midnight Oil.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So are you a business officially?
No, I'm waiting until I like move somewhere and have my residency or whatever. And I talked to somebody about that. They were saying don't be an LLC if you don't know where you're going because the rules are different
In different
every
states.
state.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you guys?
I am really close to where I definitely need to be
Yeah.
financially, I think. And like I have to start something now.
Yeah.
Paperwork wise, I'm a legit business.
Good.
But I'm barely a business.
I am totally illegitimate. No business.
Cash only.
Cash only.
Everybody's dodging Uncle Sam.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a weird spot. Like I guess me and you are
Yeah.
probably in the same spot where it's like, how much do you make to be officially a business and have to pay taxes, and how much?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and
that's-
I've asked different people. The best answer I got was $1.
$1. Okay.
Make $1.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 So what are you selling mostly?
Okay, so right now I would say, especially because I'm in college at Harding, a lot of wedding stuff. So people will be like, "Oh, can you do my bridesmaid cards?" or like a guest book type of thing. But also, probably my favorite thing that I've gotten to do is like vacation pictures. So people will be like, "Hey, we've been going to this place for 10 years. Can you paint this?" So I like to do that.
Okay, question, because I saw that on your Instagram profile, wedding
Yeah.
art or portraiture
Oh.
or something. Okay, is that something you courted actively to find that market, or is that something that people kept lobbing at you and you took it on, or
Yeah,
what?
so,
How'd that happen? And what does it look like? What do you do
Yes.
exactly? Because that's kind of new to me. I don't know about wedding art.
Okay. I feel like you guys will think this is kind of bougie.
No, go ahead.
So nowadays
We have gold mics. We know.
That's right.
That's true. So I guess your wedding is only hip and cool if you hire somebody to come and set up their easel and paint while your wedding is going on.
Seriously.
That happens at court hearings too.
I
do the
don't
same
think that's
thing.
the same
I
thing.
do the same
No,
thing.
that is
No?
not the same
Is
thing.
it not?
No.
My bad. Sorry.
So that's what you've done?
Yeah. So
Actively
somebody-
painting during the ceremony?
You're
Yeah.
like instead of orchestras or guitars,
She's
now
over
people are
there.
just painting the ceremony happening.
Yeah, it feels like something you would do in the 1800s. So
Yeah.
it's
Gosh.
cool.
Do you, are
Everything comes back
do you
around.
Just, do you just do it in silent, or do you give like the Bob Ross like step by
now-
step?
I don't think she's narrating.
We're gonna put some happy little bridesmaids over here. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got asked to do that this summer. I had never done it, so this girl was just like, "Hey, can you come to Nashville and paint my wedding?" And I was like, "I'm bored. Okay." So,
Yeah.
I live in Virginia, so it was like
Okay.
10 hours. I drove down there for the weekend, did it, and I was so nervous because
Yeah, I can't imagine. Talk about pressure.
there was
Everyone's
a lot of
dressed up
people
and
there.
watching you and
Yeah.
them at the
And
same
if you
time.
screw up,
No.
you
Yeah.
Yeah, make it a permanent heirloom
I'll do
memory
another one.
here in front of the whole audience.
I'll
Yeah.
do another one after the wedding. It's just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fake one.
Yeah. So, and I was
my
like, okay,
gosh.
if I don't do this right, usually painting takes me weeks, and it's like I had to do it that night, have it ready that morning, and go home. So,
Wow.
but I was like praying a lot about that one. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of what got me through it. But
Wow.
So
It was good.
what's your medium like? Pastels, watercolor, oils? What you,
that one was acrylic. I like acrylic
Okay.
the best.
Why? I'm not a painter in any way.
Okay.
So
matter of fact, I said that and I have no idea what
yeah,
I
pretty
said.
much.
I just know
Well,
that I
that's
was
good. You
supposed
seem
to
like
ask
you know.
something like
Yeah.
Right? That sound good?
Good job. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob Ross.
Yep. Yep.
So oil paint is kind of like what the grates used, but it takes 2 weeks to dry, and I don't even have a place I could put it for 2 weeks.
Did they use it because that was all that was there at the time? Acrylic didn't exist?
But it blends really, really well. And so you look at it and it looks like a picture. And that's kind of what that's for. Acrylic is the same, well, pretty much the same texture, but it dries quickly. And then watercolor is water-based, and so it has a different look. And you can really only do that on paper or like a special canvas.
Okay.
So...
And it probably wouldn't be wise to do it if it's an outside wedding for sure, right? Because then it's like,
No.
it barely shows up.
Yeah.
I have watercolors. I did. You get the little the hard things of color.
Yep, little tray.
And you dip your wet
There
brush
you go.
in it.
That's it. Activate it. And
I
go
do
at
know
it.
that one.
Yeah.
That's the one
That's
I do
because your
know.
children
There you
have
go.
those.
No, yes.
Those are good for kids because if you get it anywhere, you can just
Just
put
wipe it
water
off.
on it.
That's right. Magic eraser.
So you're probably hearing thunder in
Yeah.
this
Awesome.
episode. We are moved into Brian's workspace.
Got the garage door cracked so we don't overheat, but we're definitely going to hear the storm rolling
Yeah,
in. So.
normally we're in my shop, but that's the case. He's got to be with his kids, so here we all are.
Here we are. Speaking of
the
which,
shop.
I may go in and check on it.
That's right.
So you got asked to do that. You said yes, even though you'd never tried that before. And you said it usually takes you weeks to do a painting. That makes me feel so good. Right there. Just the fact that usually it takes weeks and you just went for it and did it anyway. So how did it go? Were they pleased? Did you get paid for it? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. I got there and it was very confusing. A lot of people were like setting up and it was about to rain. Like this.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I was there and I was like, do you guys need help moving stuff? And they were like, who are you? And I was like, I'm the wedding painter.
The wedding paint. That's a movie.
They're like,
That should be a movie now.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
absolutely should
Adam
be.
Sandler shows up.
No.
but it was sad because they were like, what is that?
Okay.
So
Oh.
it was good, but they were all really nice, and the people at our wedding were really friendly, and they all kept coming around being like, oh, that's so pretty. And I got started a few hours early, so I had time to like mess up and then fix it. But
Okay.
Nice.
it went well.
So,
It was,
you started with what? The background, the surroundings, got it in
yeah.
place,
and
and
then
then...
when they went to go do their first dance, that's when I was like painting in real time.
Okay.
And I liked how it turned out.
Are you doing
So,
like
good.
pencil on there first so you can erase it, and then or you just throw down
Just
paint?
going
and
for it.
Okay.
That's-
Man.
Yeah.
So let me get a little personal with that. And you're okay to not answer it. But naturally, with all making and all of finding your niche, I guess, comes
Yeah.
how much do you charge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've never done it. Did you? I mean, it might have been a friend. I don't know. Did you charge them something? Especially when you're like, oh, I can do
Well,
this.
she had to drive 10 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right.
Charge
And it
of
was
mileage.
a wedding where people are
There's
going to
per
spend
diem.
money anyway.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. There's something to when somebody comes to me and they're like, "Can you make this?" and I'm like, "Yes," shaking my head. No, I've never done it. But then it comes out. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to it's hard to value yourself.
Yeah. And I've had a hard time with that just because, like people have told me like what you should be selling for. And then, I mean, it depends on the market too. So because it was my first one, I don't remember how much exactly she paid, but I've seen where you can charge like $5,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, the wedding industry itself
Right.
is pretty
Right.
Expensive.
yeah,
Right.
So
Right. Did you?
I did not make 5,000.
No. But did she just offer you an amount, or did you say it's going to be
We
X
kind of
amount?
talked about
Okay.
it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to do more?
I'd like to. It was really fun.
Yeah.
After that, I thought, I've been to too many funerals and not enough weddings.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So,
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you do funeral paintings, they don't move.
That's
and it's kind of
true.
easy.
Oh, my gosh.
Is
Stop.
that- no?
eh. You know my mother.
it's true.
Oh,
I'm
Brian's
coming, honey.
daughter
Hold on.
came. She needs you.
Aw.
My mother, at my great grandmother's funeral, snapped a picture with her phone of the casket, her open casket. I thought it was a little odd, but
Yeah.
I mean,
One
did she do
last
like a
picture.
selfie? Like,
no, she didn't do a
No?
selfie. She just
Okay.
snapped a picture.
well, I mean, I don't find it
Yeah.
that inappropriate.
Okay,
but,
all right.
I mean, if she was like, she's in it
Yeah.
like hashtag dead,
Yeah.
you know, that'd be wrong.
Yeah.
But
No, I was like, Mom, come on. You have a website.
Yes.
What is that website?
PalmersDesigns.com. But
Nice.
it's got a little hyphen in there.
Palmer's Dash
Hyphen.
Designs. Okay. And Did you make it yourself?
I made it on Wix.
Wix.
So
Yeah.
no.
Mm-hmm. Well, you made it yourself.
Designed it on Wix.
It's a what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Mine's a Weebly, so it's
Okay,
like the
yeah.
exact same thing. Cody, your
What about
website
you?
just went live.
Yeah, I don't know what it's on.
The,
I
yeah,
didn't
well,
do it.
yeah. The TV show did yours.
Yeah.
So explain to
That's
us.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
The process for that.
Organicwoodwork.com. So yeah, that was pretty cool because I did have a designer. So basically,
That's awesome.
I had one of you guys, and he was really awesome and asked some questions. We did the mood board with the fonts,
Yeah,
which ones
yeah.
speak to you, all those
Yeah.
things. But he pretty much, man, they nailed it. Like I
Wow.
really like how it turned out.
That's awesome.
The only thing I saw on there was, like you scroll down and they have different sections that are like rectangular, and you scroll and there's like color and then a picture of somebody and then a color. Your head's chopped off with the one
Well-
with your wife and you together.
So, I mean, it just went live last night.
Yeah.
And so looking at it and then using the mobile version.
I didn't look it on mobile. I looked at it on a computer.
Okay, yeah. So it's like going back for making sure everything's like
Yeah.
the mobile fits right and the website.
So you're
itself.
doing editing
Yeah. So we're
with them right now.
So yeah, like
figuring
I
that
sent them
stuff
an
out.
email. There's just some little stuff here and there, but
Mhm.
other than that, man,
It looks
it was
great.
obviously way better than anything I
Well,
could have done.
yeah.
Right.
I'm
So
really
it's like,
jealous, to be honest, but we have no idea how much that costs.
I don't know. I don't care.
$500,000 of whatever you got from the.
Yeah. Well, I still wouldn't be live if I was trying to do it on like Wix or Weebly or
No.
whatever. It would just be organicwoodwork.com.
Brian started one.
This guy.
Or did I start one
What's
for
that?
you?
What?
Your website. You don't have one yet, but
You made one for me.
but it's not live or anything.
It is not live.
What are you waiting for?
Wi-Fi.
Live.
Like
Get you
I
every
told
time.
you, I'm doing Inktober right now, which is
Inktober.
about Inktober. Okay.
Are you
So-
participating in Inktober?
I was thinking about that on the way here. I was
Okay.
like, I should do that.
Well, it's only 6 days in. I recommend.
Well, here's your.
Yes.
It's done
here's your
wonders for
pressure.
me and just
Okay.
getting disciplined to get things out there. But
Yeah.
anyway, so it's Inktober was started by a guy named Jake Parker. He's a professional artist and he's self-published a lot. Actually, he's done a really good job using social media to leverage himself.
Wow.
And he started this like 10 years ago on Instagram. And this year, like 3 days in, there were 1 million posts, hashtagged
Wow.
Inktober, 2019. So it's really exploded. It's quite a artistic movement now, and you're just supposed to do ink drawings. That's the guideline. Lots of people kind of go their own direction with it because we're all creatives and we do what we want. So, where was I going with all that?
There goes your creative.
There.
Oh
area.
no, yeah.
That's it.
So I'm 5 for 5 so far,
Okay.
first 5 days. But since I'm only catching Wi-Fi every
Wi-Fi,
now and then,
yeah.
that is all I have time to do. And it's the same old story. I don't have time for YouTube or
But is-
websites or anything else.
Is your
So-
Inktober actually ink or is it digital?
Yeah, it's all ink. No,
Oh, okay.
a lot of people do that. I do see some folks sticking with the iPad and doing
Yeah.
digital work,
Yeah.
but I've kept it with Bic pens and microns.
Real deal.
Yes.
Are you into digital art? Are we doing any iPad drawing or anything like that?
Yes, I have this set up.
Oh, do you
Same
really?
deal.
Yeah.
Procreate. It's the
Yeah.
way to go. I have
Oh.
it too, and I'm terrible.
Oh right,
at
yeah.
drawing.
Ben picked up one of these.
I was really jealous of his deal, but I have no ability
this
to
looks
draw
cool.
anything.
Yeah.
So my kids end up drawing.
Oh,
Fisher asked me, he said, "Can you draw a horse
Oh, yeah.
with a pig riding
Yeah,
him?"
it was a pig riding horseback.
Yeah.
It was pretty thrilling.
That was it.
It needs to
Good.
be a T-shirt.
yeah.
It'd be a comic strip.
Yes,
Yeah.
The Bacon Pony Express.
that's what it is,
Like-
right there.
Were you born with this gift of art? Did you?
I guess.
Did you just started doing it and got better and better, or did you go to classes, or?
Yeah, I've always liked to do it. I've always just I found a lot of inspiration in nature and fashion and all of that. Both of my grandmothers painted, but my parents are not. They don't like to do art. So,
Brian,
I
you
took
want to
art
close the door?
classes.
You want me to?
I think
it's
the
gonna make a
dripping
lot
is-
of noise.
I was like,
That's
speaking
all right.
of nature, I gotta pee.
We'll close
Pee
We'll
now.
close the door.
I'm getting inspired.
It's fitting weather for the October episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Halloween.
This is gonna be the best.
This is the most professionally
It's gonna be-
unprofessional
it's-
episode yet.
Yeah.
that made no difference at all. I
No,
still,
it did.
Oh,
I don't
did
hear
it?
I don't
Okay.
hear the dripping.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
for
but-
sure.
Yeah.
It sounded like we were sitting over a brook. for there for a second.
We are.
But
On location.
yep. What else? What else? What does your website say? You're New York
Oh yeah.
winning artist
What?
No.
or something. What did it? I can't remember what I read.
She said no, but yeah.
No, but yeah.
No,
Okay.
but yeah.
Explain more.
that.
More.
Is there a New York
Everywhere you're at.
connection?
Okay. Yes. So this is kind of funny, but I went to summer camp with this guy, and we both were into art and stuff.
What
and
camp?
Camp Wamava.
Wamava.
It's in Virginia.
My wife.
Michael.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
she's
know
my
Michael?
counselor.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, hold on.
That is nuts.
Is that the camp that you stole her from?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh.
I stole my wife from Wamava and had her work at Wildwood.
Wow.
After I guess she counseled you. She
Yeah.
counseled you
Yeah.
and a group of girls.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't believe that.
That's
And
awesome.
here you are, like, how did you find this girl?
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly. I
randomly
just
searching.
said
And you have this
Instagram.
connection.
That's amazing.
See?
Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Okay.
Connection.
So
That's
you're at
crazy.
Wamava.
Yeah.
Yes, and so there was this guy who was from California, and I was a counselor, he was a camper, so there's kind of like an age difference, but we were just friends, and then so he worked for a gallery in California.
Oh.
It's confusing, because the guy that owns that gallery has one in New York, too.
Oh.
And so he was just like working there on the weekends as a high school student, and he would put art in there and stuff. And he showed his boss my Instagram, and he was like, "Okay, I want hers." And so basically, they were
Wow.
like,
Oh
they
wow.
said, "Do you want to be in California or New York?" And I was like, "Okay." So, and it's not in the physical gallery; it's just online on the website.
Okay.
but-
Still a major step in the right direction. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
talking about a curated
Yeah.
gallery in a major city. That's
yeah,
awesome.
And it's in the heart of Manhattan.
my God.
I heard
Oh,
Brooke Shields went to their opening, so
Speak
I
of
guess it's
bougie.
cool.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So you have some of your digital or pictures of your art on there where people
Yeah.
can buy it?
Yes.
Or okay.
So I still have the art, and if they choose to buy it, I'll just send it to them.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay. Do you do
Yeah.
prints of your art?
Yes.
Because I know Brian was doing that.
Question.
Yeah.
How? Where? Who? Do they handle that for you, or do you do it yourself?
No,
what
I've
do you
done
do?
it myself. Either Kinko's or FedEx.
Okay.
But
I have heard of people making use of both those things.
yeah. And then I know, like, okay, so if you get into a furniture company or something, they can reproduce your work in China, but I don't exactly know how to do that.
I've heard that too, and I have
Mhm.
not tampered with that.
I don't know about that.
No.
So that's something I would love to do in the future, maybe to get into that, but for now it's just me.
Okay.
Digital prints of your art seems to be the way to go, just
Yeah.
from a monetary standpoint.
I mean,
make
if
one and
that,
sell a ton.
Right.
Yeah.
If that is a passive income stream, eventually, I mean, obviously, if we do enough of that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that can turn into something.
For sure.
Look what it did for Thomas Kincaid.
There you
Like,
go.
I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
real.
Like,
Oh.
Juggernaut
Yeah.
just everywhere.
before he wasn't.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Olin Mills pictures.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have Olin Mills.
What are you talking about?
Olin Mills, they took
I-
all
I'm
of
just
your
messing
family
with you.
photos
I'm just
as a
messing
kid.
with you.
They don't
yeah.
exist anymore.
No,
They
they
were like
don't.
in the mall or something, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
you're
funny.
on digital New York
Yeah.
art gallery.
Yes.
You're selling things. Well, you're doing a wedding portraits.
Yeah.
You're selling things out of the back of your car.
Yeah.
You just whatever, wherever, any art, anything that comes
and,
up, you do.
And have you done like local stuff like Beats and Eats? Have you done
Yes,
that?
I've
Tell us
done
about
Beats and
local
Eats.
and other events.
Yeah. So I've done Beats and Eats. That was fun. But, you know, people come and they're like, "Oh, I've got $20," and I'm like, "I don't have anything for
Okay.
$20."
I've sold
So-
0 items at every local artist thing.
We tried it once. I
Yeah.
sold some prints.
Okay.
No paintings.
Right.
And Ben struck out because he had like turned walnut bowls that
Oh.
were
Color pencil bowls. That's
Yeah,
what I
that
did.
were
A lot
very
of-
expensive. So
Yeah.
okay, so Beats and
Yeah.
Eats.
Yes.
Have you done that multiple times?
I did it one time, and then I painted in
Okay.
the art alley one time.
Oh, okay. All right.
I did a show in Midnight Oil. That was really fun.
Oh, you had a show at Midnight Oil.
Yeah.
Well,
What
that's
does a
awesome.
show consist of?
Yeah.
Are you there
What'd
like
you have in
Vanna
there?
Whiting your
Every
pictures?
day. No.
Who's Vanna White?
Man,
what are all these
Oh,
old?
shut up.
I do know that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I had, I think, 33 pieces that I put in there, and I had like a little opening party the day of, and I just had some snacks and stuff and some classy music, and people came and walked around. And then it stayed up from, I think it was March to May, maybe. So it was for a little while.
Yeah.
And I had some people buy things there. I think a lot of it is just I don't have a good place to store it, but when people see it and they come back to it, I think that's when it does well.
You think multiple trips to your deal is the way to sell it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as for now, it's all like hanging up in my dorms.
Yeah. That was one of my issues. Like before I did content creation, I was like making all these things that weren't necessarily for someone. Yeah. Hopefully it would be for sale. And then I have a big shelf full of stuff, and I'm like, what do I do with this stuff?
Yeah. And I've gotten to display in Sowell's. That was really cool.
Okay.
So.
Do they ask you to do that, or do you approach them, or?
What'd you do? Kick in doors and ask them?
Yeah.
Did you?
Nancy. I think she asked me.
Okay.
But I've also asked, like I've displayed at Saber and Sip twice, and one time they asked me, and one time I asked them.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Do they get a cut of the sale, or they just that brings more people in for them to buy more coffee?
Yes. They've done like a featured artist every month. And so,
I didn't know that. I have never set foot in there. I know Cody did all the tables for the inside of it, but I've never even walked in. So I guess I should probably do that.
They let me put my stuff in there too.
Okay, great. Yeah. So 2 of the 4 people at this table have got stuff in Saber and
What do you have in there?
The tables.
Okay.
Yeah, he made the tables.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, cutting boards?
No.
Yeah, he made all the cutting boards.
No.
But do you have an Etsy shop?
No.
You do any of that? Is it straight on your website?
It's so, it's hard to have inventory.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you just said you had a ton of it hanging in your dorm room.
I know, but that's what my website's for. But I think I need to do prints on Etsy.
I mean, it would be, to be fair, a ton of work to list individual items because I have tried doing that before, and it was not fun.
You're selling it at $20. It's not worth it.
It was a little above that.
25.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever. You got to make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Still, I feel I'm on Etsy.
Okay,
and
how
I
does
feel,
that work for you?
Well, see, I'm a little different story because I sell a lot of digital files.
Oh yeah.
For like a CNC, okay. I do have some, like color pencil bowls are on there, and during Christmas, I sell a good amount of those. Christmas is where it's at. Before that, all year long, nothing.
Yeah.
And then Christmas, I can't keep them in stock.
Man, I just started Christmas ornaments.
Oh yeah?
And I feel like I'm going to be doing ornaments until December 25th.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
you
people
will.
are like, hey. And I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Well, the better part of me knows that I should probably start doing that on the laser and trying to move that stuff, but I really don't think that's actually going to happen.
Etsy's good for something.
Too busy with Inktober.
Yeah.
Brian has this nasty habit of doing things for fun and not for money.
I sure do.
I get on him for that, but that's great for him. Yeah. I'm always thinking about it as the money deal, which is
that's why you're actually making money. Good for you.
Yes, but it's more of a business, and then there's less fun involved. You know,
true fact.
The happiness, and how do you keep that happiness, the enjoyment of art working?
Yeah, that's a good question because when I get a lot of like commissions, I love doing it, but if you can't sit there and like do something for yourself or that you want to do, it's hard to want to do it. But I try to make time to like if I have an idea or something, I'll write it down, or if I find time, I'll make sure that I spend some time doing that too.
Yeah. I stopped doing things for myself, and lately I haven't done much of anything. It kind of burnt me out to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do anything.
Okay,
really.
well, you need to just slow down. You need to just block out some time to sit and think it over. Or not think about it and see if something comes to you.
I haven't done much creating of anything the last week or two.
Well, no, me neither. Inktober is the one thing
the football door hanger thing.
That's true.
Oh,
you did make the football.
I made a door hanger.
Wildcat football.
That's because I was pressured.
And you painted stuff.
I painted.
Good for you.
Painting.
Did you spray paint?
I spray painted.
Yes,
but that's still painting. I am terrible at finishing.
Push a button.
Yeah, but like I always end up with globs everywhere. Like
painting.
I'm just terrible in any finishing way. I'd rather just cut all the wood stuff and then just here you go, finish it yourself.
If only it were that simple.
Sometimes I sell. I do sell door hangers on Etsy. That's that and the color pencil bowls are the big. So I just put it on my CNC machine and I already have a file, like an Arkansas outline with a razorback in the center. I just click cut and I send them off as DIY. So that's
Wow.
something that North Carolina, I have North Carolina with the word home. I don't know why North Carolina alone.
Yeah, we've never been able to figure that out.
It is like
apparently North
20
Carolina
to 1
loves Ben.
loves
Wow.
their sign. So
Oh.
But
I don't know.
That's
because
funny.
of that, I do have a North Carolina cutout Christmas ornament that's coming because I was like,
Good.
apparently these sell.
That's cool.
North
Yeah.
Carolina's got the
North
money.
Carolina,
Yeah.
like, you people like your.
Etsy is cool though. So I don't know. I'm older than you, obviously. So like a more Facebook generation, but obviously I have Instagram too, which is kind of the newer thing, and I guess TikTok. I've dabbled in
Gosh.
I've dabbled in a little of that.
That's
Had early
awesome.
success in the
He
beginning, and
has.
now I
He's
don't.
Has it leveled off?
Oh
and gone
yeah,
away?
like the first few videos did like
Yeah, you were rocking it. I remember.
500,000 views.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
now I
Yeah.
get like 40.
Really?
I think it changed all to
Only
like the really
40,000.
12-year-old deal. Anyways,
Yeah.
I
But-
don't know anything about
yeah.
TikTok.
But I've gone back to Facebook, and Facebook groups are where it is
Oh.
at.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
Okay.
Like just your feed is nothing, but find groups. Like I'm in a CNC group, a laser group. I have my own group,
Okay.
and they're really helpful. And that's where more things sell
Yeah. And
than
for
anything.
me, like
Instagram
I
doesn't
really-
bring me any money.
No. And the kids on Instagram, that's not really my target market.
Yeah.
Maybe for the wedding stuff. But that's why I'm on Facebook too. But ads manager on Facebook is it's a lot. So I
Ads-
haven't had time to.
My experience by buying ads on Instagram and Facebook is completely worthless.
Okay, yeah.
What about
Spend
you?
$0.
Have you tried that?
Mm-hmm.
How'd
I
it
put
go?
some money into it this summer,
Okay.
and it was okay. But I think it's just one of those things. The more money that you put into it, the more you'll get back. But
Okay.
it's like, I don't know.
But it-
Not for me.
It's
There's
so it's
other ways
something
you
that
can
has
do
to be
it.
continually shoveled
Yeah.
at and maintained. Okay.
Right.
And
Okay.
I feel like once they get your money, like every day I get an email, hey, you could boost this post.
Yeah.
And then like maybe they're purposely keeping my posts down because I spent money once.
I mean, who's
Yeah.
to say?
you know what I mean?
They could be doing
That's
it.
how
We'd
I
never
feel
know.
about it sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I screwed
And I
myself by
feel
doing that.
bad because I'm in advertising, so I know like I'm supposed to be spending money on that. But also like if you go to an event or you meet people and you can hand out cards,
Yeah.
it works.
The
too,
best
so.
thing that I have gotten so far with spending money or giving things free I'd qualify as spending money.
Yeah.
Has been like the files I offer on my Etsy page for $1.99. I also give them away for
Yeah.
free on my website.
Wow.
So a lot of people are like, thank you so much for making this file. I'm a new person. I don't know how to make this. I want to donate to you. So, and like a giveaway of a colored pencil bowl or something like that has been the biggest return for
Yeah,
my money.
that's awesome.
Have you done any of giving away your things?
I
guess?
did. I had like a sticker giveaway.
Huh.
I made some Palmer's Design stickers that were cool. And so I was like, hey, the first 10 people to leave a comment or a review on my Facebook. So I did that. But also hashtags. That's like a free way to get so many more views because if you're not a private Instagram, then they can just search those, or like if I like certain things, then I'll get more of that. And so if people are interested in art and all of that and you have those hashtags, that works.
See, I try to use it's all 30. You get 30 hashtags.
28,
Is it 28?
I think.
It was 30 at one
I
point.
use it until
I
they won't
swear
let
I've
me
tried
post
30
it
and then it
anymore.
posts it without any
So-
text at all, and I
And
get
you
all
hit
ticked off.
31.
No,
Yeah, no.
no, it was 20. Okay, no.
okay.
I'm gonna check.
You went
now.
over the
I'm
amount
gonna
and
go
it
find
deletes
out.
you.
So,
Yeah.
but
It's no
saying
fun.
that, but also Instagram's algorithm, it's a secret. Nobody knows.
No,
Yeah.
So it's like you use those hashtags.
and it changes whenever
Does
it
it
feels
really?
like.
I've posted once with
Does it
no
really work?
hashtags, and I had more likes on that than
It's
other
crazy.
ones that were all maxed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm finding now that using
One or
5
two
to
or
6,
three. Yeah.
and you change
Try
them up
that.
per post, because at some point Instagram thinks you're spamming
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
thing over and over,
Well-
which is hard. Like everything I do is woodworking.
Yeah,
so-
for
Yeah,
real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're doing mostly pictures on Instagram. Have you dabbled with like videos or any?
No, but I really want
Creation?
to start doing like the time lapse videos. I think that'd be really
Yeah.
cool. Do you do that?
On occasion, and
Uh-huh.
when I do, it's usually above average engagement. So
That's awesome.
If that's a great idea,
Time
definitely
lapse
set up the time lapse.
App is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason
Okay.
White does that often. We had a conversation about that. And I mean, granted, he's usually on a massive scale that just
Yeah.
makes sense to do it that way anyway, but he's seen, that's how he got off the ground to begin with. When
Wow.
he
He did a
he
time
told
lapse
us he
of
did
the
one time
Arkansas?
lapse of an Arkansas hog,
And that
And,
exploded
like,
on Facebook.
Razorback
That's so
Nation
cool.
picked it up or something because
Yeah.
they thought it was so cool, and from there it was all.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
You know
Up,
that
up.
Procreate does a time lapse in the background.
No, I didn't.
Everything
Yeah.
you've drawn.
There
Brian
it is
will
under
show
the
you.
gallery. I'm sorry, not the
Oh,
gallery.
that's cool.
Hold on. The Procreate app has under the little wrench in the video section. Time-lapse recording has to be toggled on, but if it is on, it records everything you've done stroke for
That's
stroke
so
and
cool.
plays it in
Show
not
her,
in real
show her
time,
one
but
that,
back. Okay.
So if you go to Brian's page, he's posted some of our little
Okay, some of
dude
these
guys.
little-
But
Well, here,
the
I'll
way
show you
that
Joe's.
the way it does it is like the first 3 seconds is a still of it. So if you're scrolling through his
Okay.
feed, it looks like it's just a picture. But you got to wait a second, and it'll be
Yeah.
the full-on drawing.
But
Oh,
a lot of
that's
the artists that I see use this on Instagram. I'm sorry. A lot of the artists that do time lapse on Instagram are definitely using the Procreate app. It's $10, I think, in
Yeah.
the
Okay.
App Store. And for anyone listening, if you have an Apple Pencil and an iPad, 10 out of 10
Good.
would recommend. Yeah, records all your stuff. Export options for Instagram and Facebook right in the app. I
So
don't know what
coming
to call it, the
soon
program,
on
so.
Palmer Designs Instagram
Yeah,
will
for
be
real.
some time-lapsed.
lapses.
Do you what? Flowers, floral things. Is that what you do the most of? I think a
I would
quick
say
glance, it was
probably,
kind of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of colorful things. Probably landscapes.
I did see some landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and have you done pet portraits? Or was it
Yes.
just animals that you decided to do?
Pet portraits.
Pet portraits?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about pet portraits. Because I knew that was a thing. I didn't know that
Yeah.
real-time wedding portraiture was a thing.
Right. I don't know.
But what
maybe
about the
are
pets?
next.
How'd you get that? And
Yeah.
what's that like?
I'm trying to remember the first one. I did a funny little sketch of my. I have a beagle.
Okay.
Well, he's at my house in Virginia, but
Okay.
I had a little. It was really funny. It was him on a cushion, and there's like palm leaves, and it was really funny. I thought so. I did a couple of those, and then people were like, "Oh, can you just like paint my dog?" So
Okay. Took off from there. Okay.
I feel like the more pictures, like something I've learned too is I know that I can do like all these different things, and I might paint flowers one day and do a beagle the next day, or I love doing buildings too.
Oh, yeah?
So some of my stuff is really abstract and some of it's not at all.
Okay.
But the more I post of all the variety, the more orders I get because
Okay.
people are like, oh,
I didn't
wanna
know
do
you
that.
did that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
What's your plan after college? You getting this
good
advertising?
question.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Because that's still
Yeah.
my.
I love that
What am I
question.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Near the end of college. What are you going to do?
It's
What's
gotta
your
be.
plan?
You gotta ask it though. But
Yeah.
is your I'm saying is your pursuit long term to be Palmer Designs?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, whether I get to do that full time right out of school, I don't think that'll be what happens. But I would love to keep working on it. I love saying yes, just to like the wedding painting and with the New York stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to keep going with it and see how far I can go with it. So,
I think that is definitely a foot in the door that you should,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, do anything to keep up with that and nurture it. Because
Yeah.
There's something scary about making that jump to pursuing of that full time. But I think if I can go back and do things over, relive life,
yeah.
right out of college
Yeah.
is your number one time. You're not
That's awesome.
tied down to anyone
Right.
or anything or anywhere.
Mhm.
And you don't
More or less.
You don't go through
Yeah.
that feeling of, well, now I have all these responsibilities.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How will I
And
feed
I
my
can't-
children?
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Not to push you into, hey, do art and sorry parents
Yeah.
if you're listening. That's
Well,
not my
now they're
goal.
like,
parenting is great, Ben.
I'm in her parents.
they're really great. They are nice. And
He's like, my kids are
especially-
going to be accountants.
No, he's going to be a welder or
they-
electrician
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
or a plumber.
You do
Those are the
trade
three
school.
options they
I'm
have.
telling you,
That's
man,
good.
trade school's the way to
Yeah.
go.
But now they're kind of like, oh, maybe art is good.
Maybe- oh, you really
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Are they
Y'all-
proudly displaying your art in their house?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you
Good.
have the kind of parents who will frame everything you've done since second
No.
grade and leave it there? Okay,
No,
good.
and
that's
Because
kinda
I
funny.
did,
That's good.
but not for you. Well, that's good.
No, and that was my thing. Before I left for college, I was like, I just want my mom to put up something.
Oh, okay.
So, finally, my senior year, I got something up on the wall.
What was
and,
The first thing ever.
Yeah, it was a picture
Of
of
a beagle. Okay.
beagle on a cushion. No. It was this couple. They were walking on this rainy street, and it just has all these colors in it. And my mom's like, "Oh my gosh, I have to frame it."
Okay.
So, and since then, especially after the New York thing, my mom was like, "Actually, I kind of want you to paint some more."
Yeah.
Was this couple just a random couple, or was it someone like
In
just
your
your
head?
in
Was
your
it
mind?
just like-
Yeah. They were from the back, so there was 2 umbrellas. Or no, there was 1. That's why it was sweet, because they were both under the same umbrella.
That's
Gets them every time.
so. Send us that picture and we'll put it on the Build Guild podcast. So
Okay.
if you're listening, you can see that.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it in my mind. It's probably totally different.
Okay, so it's also based off after a his name is Leonid Afromov.
I mean, with a name like that.
But yeah,
Probably had a monocle.
Yeah, he's in
Hello,
Florida, I
Leonid.
think. I don't know if he's alive or not,
Yeah.
but he really inspired me. So that's what that one kind of was an adaptation of. So it's not my
Good old Leonid.
original.
Mm-hmm.
Leonid? Is it Leonid?
maybe
I say that right?
Leonid.
Leonid.
I
I'm
also
really
saw-
annoyed. Yeah.
I saw a Kahlo quote on your feed,
Yes.
and now
Paint
I can't even
flowers
remember
so
what
they
it is.
do not die.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, I have a cool story about that.
well then, please. I was going to ask about inspiring artists.
So
that
for
give you
us on the
fuel.
other end of the table,
I'm sorry,
who is this person?
Frida Kahlo, famous female artist.
Frida, yeah.
Yeah, Frida.
So I barely watched the movie.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
the
sorry. Go
unibrow.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Famous for the unibrow. Go
Yes.
ahead.
She's got a unibrow.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Was it
yeah,
painted
it's
on?
pretty bad.
That's all right.
I don't know.
I have one too. I just got to take care of that thing.
So,
So you're gonna tell Brian about it as he goes and tucks his
Yeah.
children in for the second time.
He'll listen.
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
He'll listen.
He'll have to listen back for it.
okay.
All right.
So it's really cool when something like this happens, and y'all probably have experiences like this too. But there was a lady I knew, and well, maybe I should back up. So I had painted this one painting over Christmas break, and it was for my sister's room back home because my mom is all like, "Okay, now I need a painting for every room." So my sister didn't like it. She's a freshman at Harding, and so she took it down.
Brat.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Well, fine.
yeah. I was mad.
Terrible.
Did you paint a
So-
unibrow on her?
Yeah.
I would have.
Oh yeah. So I was like, that's fine. I'll just sell it. And Caroline's like, whatever. And so I posted it on Instagram, and this lady, she commented and she was like, I'd like to get this. And it's my friend's mom, and his dad has cancer, and so I don't know. They don't know if he has a year, but it's pretty bad. And she's so strong. Like, she's very strong in her faith, and she's always inspiring people about that and pointing people to God through that. And I just admire her so much. So when she was like, I want this painting, I was like, absolutely, it's yours. And she told me that it was going to be her birthday present from her husband. And because he is not doing well, these gifts are so much more special. And he didn't know what he wanted to get her. And so on her birthday, he just gave her a bouquet of pink roses. And that's what the painting was.
Aw.
And so she wanted it so that she could always have roses from him. And I was like, oh, so crazy.
And so that's where the quote came from.
Yes.
Paint roses. So,
Mhm.
Or paint flowers so they never die.
Yeah. Just the fact that to me, it was just something I had done. And to her, it's one of the last parting gifts that her husband
That's
gave
nuts.
her.
Wow.
Mhm.
And to you, it was something that your bratty sister didn't want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had 2 sort of similar experiences.
Uh-huh.
2 or 3. I can remember 2 with the colored pencil bowls.
Mhm.
Once I put those out, I had a woman whose daughter passed away who was into art, and she sent me those colored
Oh.
pencils to make a vase out of. And then
Wow.
one daughter whose mom, same situation.
Wow.
But man, that was, if I
Yeah.
screw this up,
Yes.
like these pencils were there, like there is no
Yeah.
replacing it. That
Mhm.
was, fortunately,
Or there might be, but you ain't saying it.
yeah. No, they were yours. It came
those-
out well. Man,
those
that
are
was. I felt guilty for charging.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still did,
Yeah.
but I still feel guilty for it.
So you do have
So,
a conscience.
No, I definitely do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. If
But-
I didn't charge for every bleeding heart that needs
Right.
something.
Absolutely.
I would not have. And let's
Says
let's
the
face
guy
it,
who gives away
I gave a-
tables to
I-
foster families.
I gave
Aw.
away so many tables.
That's
yes.
awesome.
but yes, I don't really have any. I don't have a dog in this fight.
No.
I screwed the pooch on that one.
All right.
Go
Aw,
ahead.
that
And
makes
yet
me
here you
feel
are,
better.
TV star, about to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
your own LLC. And
It comes
oh,
around.
hey, story.
Yes.
Quick. So 2 days ago, I was working, speaking of camp, at Camp Wildwood, rappelling or belaying people at the rappel site
That's awesome.
with a guy that has done that with me for 2 summers. That guy's name is Cole Hull.
I know him.
Cole.
Do you know
Yeah.
Cole?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Cole mentions in passing how he's building from scratch an electric guitar out of all kinds of exotic wood that
Wow.
he showed it to me. I should have taken a picture. I didn't take a picture. Like purple heart and zebra wood, and just looks amazing so far.
Wow.
And then he says something about organic, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know who that guy is. I do hang out with him a little bit.
So you're
like,
the
oh, well,
second-
I tried to get, I'm trying to get hired there because I think I would like to work for that guy. And I was like, I will drop your name
So
to
you're
organic. So I can tell you he has 2 summers of work history with me.
okay.
Dependable. 2
He's
thumbs
about to
up
get
for
married,
Cole Hall.
right?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
engaged as of last Thursday.
Cole did not know his job interview would be without
for
him
real.
discussed.
So here's the thing, though.
lie.
You're not the first person.
Am I not?
You know the Fouts? Nick and
Yeah.
Renee Fouts? Like,
Oh,
I
right.
love
He
them.
said Nick was the one that
Yeah.
first said something.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Nick shot me a text and was like, hey, are you looking to hire anybody? And I was like, well, we're going to see when the show drops, work comes in. And
Sure.
stuff
All
like that.
contingent on if you need it,
Basically,
of course.
yeah. And so, but I was like, as of right now, we're doing good on our own, keeping up with orders, but I could probably use somebody. And so he dropped his name, and then you dropping his name. So, I mean, it's a good chance. Like, if he comes in, I told Nick to give me my information.
Okay.
So he approaches me.
All right, good.
Because you kind of want that, as an employer. Like,
Sure.
You want to be like them to approach you.
Sure.
So, anyways, but yeah. I mean, it's looking good for him.
I'm
just saying.
Apparently so.
You do what you want, but that's my opinion. Right
You
there.
have your mom and your brother in the shop.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we
cool.
talked about last time.
Yeah.
I hired
They're
my
in
mom.
there then.
But yeah, I hired
Every
my mom.
day.
I
Did
told
you
my mom,
really?
yeah. I was like, dude, I needed somebody to do the administrative part
Okay.
of it. Like answering emails, phone calls,
Yeah.
and then with all the publicity, like
Right.
I hate to say it, but I have a lot of like tire kickers, so
I-
I'm trying to
I
make
can't
stuff.
imagine.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make
I hope you're
stuff.
a patient man with that because
I'm being patient.
I think
but
I
there's
would
days
not
it's
be.
like, okay, but so trying to build
Do
everything.
you get that in the
things out
art?
the
Sorry,
door.
do you get that in the art world? Hey, can you make this for XYZ, or can you do this
Yeah.
for less? And you're like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to quote this because I know it's.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go into the second part of that.
Go ahead,
Right.
keep going.
Keep
Keep
going.
going. I'm sorry.
we'll come back to
Anyways.
that later.
It's
Yeah.
part of every business, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
That's how it
I
is.
would say that. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. So I had to get somebody in there to do the administrative part. So I was like, who better than my mom? Like years of experience, and if I want somebody that I know is going to talk to my clients in the same way that I
the
would
same
almost
love.
approach. Yeah, with the same heart. Dude, Mama does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mama's in there.
And your brother's
And
sweeping
then-
the floors?
Yeah, I got my brother sweeping
Sanding.
the floors
Aw.
and doing some finishing stuff.
Yeah.
I've tried to
great.
hire my family.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Not too well.
Okay.
But, yeah, I would be like half and half on the. It'd be great to work with my family,
Yeah.
but then if something goes wrong,
Yeah,
they're your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't fire your mom.
You could.
You could, but
My
you're
mom
terrible.
would fire me.
I fired my mom. But
So organic woodwork no longer exists. My mama said I couldn't play.
That's
Oh,
right. That's
dear.
right.
yeah.
Mom said I couldn't play.
What do you need hiring somebody if you're the artist?
Right.
Like, I'm not coming in to, hey, Brian, let me finish that pencil drawing up for you. You know what I mean?
Can't do it.
Well, mine was much smaller scale, so it's a lot different. But in high school, I wanted somebody to help me package and ship out because I also played sports, so I was trying to do it all. And I was like, okay, Caroline, if you can do
You
this.
just dropped her name.
Oh,
I
my.
already
man.
did.
Oh man.
It's all good. So I was like, if you can do this, I'll pay you this much. And that same week, I was like, no, you have to take me seriously. Like, I need you to do this.
You're
She's
going to
like,
pay your mom. That's for real, real.
Well, that was Caroline, my sister.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the same
Sorry.
brat
Sister.
that didn't want the
Yeah, that's right.
keep up.
So
Never mind.
she didn't do it, and I was like, all right, well, you're done.
Yep.
And then she's
didn't
like, I
There
don't
you
want
go.
your crappy art in my room.
Yeah.
Is she an artist now? She have any
no,
art ability?
She is good.
She's
She
good.
doesn't do as much, but I like what she does. She's really good at like little sketches and stuff.
Do y'all have the same flavor?
No.
It's
Very
interesting.
different, but I like what she does.
Yeah.
And then my mom, she's so sweet. But she would come home from the craft store. She'd see my list of people, and she'd be like, okay, you owe me this much money for all the canvases I bought. And I'd be like, I don't have that right now.
Oh,
like,
boy.
So, and then she'd come home and be like, well, you can't do that until you do your paintings. And I was like, Mom. So, but it's all good. We
Mama
joke
getting
about
paid.
that. She didn't really get hired and fired, but we say she forced her way in, and then I had to. But we laugh about it. It's all good.
Brian, do your siblings have any artist ability?
No, I'm kind of the aberration.
You got it all?
Yeah. I'm the black sheep. I have a family of, have we ever talked about this? I
I
have a family of medical professionals.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, my dad's a sonographer, radiology tech, ultrasound, sorry.
Wow.
Thanks for the layman
yeah,
term.
no problem. And my mom was an RN for years and years, specialized in childbirth education. Now she's a doula, which is like a birth coach, but not quite. I don't know what it is,
So I'd
honestly.
like to do that.
And my sister's a physical therapist, and my brother's a pharmacist.
Wow.
I'm an art teacher.
Yeah, you are the black sheep.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm the weirdo. So, I mean, they may have it. I can think of pictures that my brother especially did growing up, and we would all enter stuff in the county fair, artwork and cooking and table setting and
I
stuff.
mean to do that
That's
every
cool.
year to put a colored pencil bowl in there, and I forget every time.
Okay, so you should try that. I think I'm done with the fair.
You've
For
done it
one
here
thing,
locally?
No, I'm sorry. To clarify, this is Washington County, Arkansas, up in Fayetteville, where it was a magical childhood affair, and I mean that it was just wonderful. I looked forward to it all year, and when it finally came, I was just cranking artwork out to enter in the fair, and I wanted to get grand prize, and I finally got it one year.
I didn't know we had a grand prize winner
of the
in our
county
midst.
at age 18. It took me for
Goodness.
like 12 years, but I
That's
finally
awesome.
did.
What
it.
was
Thank you.
your art?
Oh, it was the
thing?
nerdiest thing. It was original art.
I have no doubt it was
It
nerdy.
was
Was it
a
a
giant whale-carrying spaceship in colored pencil, using every color of the rainbow.
That
Do we have
sounds
a
like
picture of
winner.
this?
No, but it.
There's no picture of it anywhere?
It's hanging up in his parents' house.
It's from
This maybe.
It's still on the fridge.
I'm actually pretty sure it's actually hanging in our house right now.
Yes, we'll
I
post
think
this
it's, I
picture
think
of
it's
this
on the
rainbow
wall. Yeah, no, I think it is.
warship.
It's
Rainbow well.
the rainbow whale ship. Yes.
This is awesome.
So that's what
I
it could.
expected
That's
no
what it
less.
could. That's what it. Well, Fayetteville, Arkansas, up there with the hippies and the artistic
Yeah.
weirdos. Yeah, it's a different place. Not like White County. All we want is we want the rodeo, and that's fine. I mean, got the demo derby. That's lots of fun. I can hear it from this house. All the cars
Yeah, you can.
shattering against each other, but it's
awesome.
not quite the same thing for me. The application process is all digital now. I just despise that. I don't know why, but it's
Because
not
you
the
can't enter it. Because
Because
you
you can't
no,
enter
I
it.
could,
That's it.
but I just don't want to.
You gotta go.
I'm sorry. I'll end that rant.
All right. Every episode,
He's
he
got
goes on a
something,
rant.
yeah.
It's usually about Facebook and
It's
privacy
usually about
law.
Facebook. See, I bit my tongue when you guys were talking about Facebook.
You did. Congratulations.
You won this one, Mark Zuckerberg.
Have you ever entered anything into a fair or prize
Contest.
There was
contest?
something in high school that I did. It was kind of a similar thing. It was a picture of Carrie Underwood,
Nice.
and it was in this
Classy.
small town, so it did well. But I don't remember. I think I got to display in a library or
Oh,
something.
good.
And another time I got to display in the courthouse. It was a horse.
Okay.
If you can see a theme there. I don't know.
Put
Yeah.
a pig on it, and
No.
we got something.
No.
Pig riding a horse.
Can do without the pig. Okay.
Are you from a country area in Virginia?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was where I went to high school. We had a cow farm across the high school.
Oh,
so.
yes, you were.
Nice.
Okay.
West Virginia. Mount
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
here in
country, too.
Arkansas, the first place I started teaching, the elementary is literally in the middle of a
Yeah, it is.
cornfield.
It really is.
Newport, Arkansas, elementary
Oh,
field
yeah.
is in the
Yeah.
middle of a cornfield.
Yep.
Wow.
Children of the corn.
That's kind of what it is.
Cody, your episode comes out Tuesday, so by the time this comes out, it'll come out the same day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Can't
How you
wait.
feeling?
Yeah.
Nervous? Excited?
So I've seen Clippets. I look weird on TV, and I
Do you?
sound weird.
No, I think you look
Nah,
good. You look
No,
good on
I
TV.
s- you sound weird. Like I sound weird.
Well, you
Okay,
sound weird
everyone
when you
sounds
hear
weird
yourself.
to
You know what I'm
themselves,
saying?
yes.
Yeah.
So
I was
it's like,
thinking about that.
You sound
Uh-huh.
fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, it comes out Tuesday.
All
And
right.
that's
Watch it.
Exciting.
Whatever.
Are you having like a viewing party?
Yeah. So we're kind of getting with some of the other businesses, and we're gonna meet
Mhm.
at Think and just kind of
Oh,
do a
good.
little bit of a
Awesome.
watch party together. And
Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
They're having like the huge watch party in 3 Alto that night.
Oh, it's like
So-
4 hours long. They're
Oh,
watching
yeah, it
every
starts at,
single
like,
episode.
6, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're episode number 3.
I'm not doing that.
So.
But yeah.
They should have like
Um,
dragged it out.
Yeah, but they're
Done
too
a
excited,
whole-
I guess.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I don't know the order of all of them, but I do know that it's like the
The
introduction episode.
Yeah, hello
where
to
they-
Cersei.
And they're interviewing the 12,
Uh-huh.
which was
Oh.
you walk into a room that was dark and you thought you were about to get waterboarded. So that was
Awesome.
pretty. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
it was
legit.
Like, it was sketch
All
for
right.
sure.
All right.
And then Wilma's, and then mine, and then I can't remember who else.
Yeah.
I think Numa, maybe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
But I don't know. Like I know the other business owners and we've talked, but I'm just really I'm more excited to see their episodes, honestly.
Okay.
Like
You're-
I know what mine's about. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know,
So the
but
clip I saw of yours was the military connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Which was
I
pretty
saw
hard.
that.
It was
Yeah.
heartwarming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty awesome day. They so like I guess at the end of every episode they do like this surprise, right?
Mhm.
Usually it's a piece of equipment or something that you needed.
Mm.
And it always has been like in the other like
Yeah.
you've seen the other
Yeah.
seasons. And so I don't know, they flew some buddies of mine from the military down and surprised me, and
Wow.
it was awesome. And I was super busy. I had just went to Serbia for a week during the filming because I try to go 4 times a year. Like I said, we
Yeah.
plant churches there and pastor there, and so we get back, and as soon as we got back, like I had all the tables for Wilma's restaurant still to do. Like
Yeah.
I had them glued, like they were ready to go. All I had to do was pour the epoxy and the resin over them first, make them bar top, and that was going to be a chore. And I had 3 days. They flew my buddies in, and like that next day, we blew off work and we just went fishing.
Nice.
And I was like, I got 2 days to
Well,
do
these
that.
guys, you hadn't seen those guys since
Years.
since
Years.
you were over there,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well,
In
no,
Afghanistan, or
when I got out in 2015, Jay was already out. That was one of
Okay.
my buddies that was there, and he lives in Michigan. And so when I got out, I was in Hawaii. So as soon as I got back to the mainland, like one of the first things I did was I drove up to Michigan to see him.
yeah,
And we went fishing. I see it. Like I'm starting to see a
There's the
pattern.
theme.
So we went
That's right.
fishing there. I'd never been like river fishing, like for salmon or whatever. And so we did that. And it was the first time that I've ever like came face to face with a bear, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
no,
Yeah. What'd you do?
Well, I chased it with an axe.
Did you?
Because it was like a little black bear.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're not like super aggressive.
Right,
it's
right.
probably the baby and the mom's gonna come and bite
Well,
your face off.
So here's the thing.
But he had an axe.
Well, yeah, I had an axe.
You can shoot with a gun and it still doesn't die.
He was a
Whatever.
professional soldier with an axe.
Whatever. I'll show you the video. We took a video.
If
of
you,
it.
I would
You
like
got
to
that
see
on
it.
video?
Yeah. So
Build
Camera
Guild
one hand.
podcast. I want that up.
Yeah. we're gonna
So
have to
there
show
was
that.
but we were like camping, and there was other camp tents and stuff. We were in like a pop-up RV thing,
a pop-up.
but there were tents with kids like in the camp next to us. So that's why we
Okay.
chased it,
Okay.
because we were like, if it gets over in the tent area, like you'll kill those kids. So
Okay.
so we drove out. We called the Rangers, chased it off.
Okay.
They pretty much called me an idiot for chasing it. But I told
so.
them, I gave them the same story. Like, well, there's kids right there, and they were
Sure.
like, well, you should have just let them get eaten or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah. So Michigan Rangers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But anyways,
Well,
so yeah, that was a lot of fun, and yeah, I cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
they brought you
Yeah.
a ping pong table.
A
No,
foosball.
a foosball table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever shop needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have a foosball
Mhm.
table, man.
Give us we're coming up on the hour. Give us your craziest art story. Customer story, making, whatever. You think of one? Do you have a crazy story?
Yeah, I do.
I
I'm
knew
trying
you.
to
I knew you would.
pick out which one.
You can tell two if you want to tell
Yeah,
two.
please.
Let's see. I've had some people ask me to do like a personal portrait of their face.
Like a Kramer?
What?
No.
Oh man, show my age again.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Seinfeld.
not like,
Seinfeld, yes.
not like a
Okay.
portrait of Kramer.
Yes, he's just like this of himself, you know.
Oh,
and he
yes.
hangs it up in his wall or something.
Yeah.
I would like one of those.
So what'd you say? Did you do it?
No.
You didn't?
No,
Why?
the
Why'd you
craziest
say no?
one. Well, they asked me to paint them like one of their French girls,
Seriously?
and I was
And
like,
they were
that's what I was gonna
serious
say.
about
I
it?
don't do that.
It's gonna come. Yeah.
Okay.
That is awesome.
I was like, how much to charge? No.
Were
Hold
they,
this leaf.
Yeah.
were they
So-
laying across the table saw?
Jeez.
I am glad I did not get any pictures. I was just like, I don't do that.
Okay.
But I don't know if they were kidding or not. So
Answer is
funny.
no.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
Sorry
I was
to
like,
tell.
that's not really my style. I'm more impressionist.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
You can make it
And
weird.
that confused him just enough that
yeah,
you could get
ran them
away.
off a little bit.
Any other story other than? I think that was pretty much a given. I think that every
Yeah.
artist is probably going to get that question
Corey,
Yeah.
can't wait for
You'll
that
get
one.
it.
Yeah.
eventually.
I've already asked. He said no.
That's true.
Cody's didn't count apparently.
he forgot about it
All
already.
right. It's a repressed memory.
He's like, oh, he wasn't serious. No, I was.
Well, I would say probably my favorite thing is if I'm painting around kids, they love to come up and I love to just give them the paintbrush and be like, okay, put that there. And,
Oh gosh.
but you can always just paint over
Good
it.
for you.
But
Okay.
I think
I think
that's
it'd be
fun.
cool to get a bunch of different kids to paint different parts of the painting and see
Yeah.
how it turns out.
Or my nieces.
you
I'll
could have that in art school class.
Have a picture and grid out
We have
on the
done.
canvas.
We've done collaborative artwork before.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's
You're
pretty
not a
cool.
fan, it seems.
Like, let them
Okay.
use
Just
whatever
not enough
medium
of a
they
people
want.
person, I guess. I
Yeah.
have done that at one art show. I go to an
Yeah.
art show in Newport every year.
Okay.
And if you're around, by the way,
Yeah.
it's in July now. It used to be in February.
No, she's
Okay.
gone. She's graduating.
Are you,
Oh,
are
you're
you gone
senior
by then?
year?
She's gone in May.
Just for
I
future
could be
reference,
here.
the Delta
Oh, that's
Arts
true.
Festival in Newport, Arkansas. It's a good time, and
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
Not for me. I
brings
sold
in-
zero.
Yeah, Ben
things.
did not. Okay, but it brings in a huge crowd. It's part of the Newport
It is
revitalization.
crazy
Yeah.
how many people go to
It's
that
really
for
something.
Newport. I was like,
That's
what are you
awesome.
But
talking about?
I have
It
put
is
out a pad
crazy.
of paper and my Prismacolor markers. Thank you very
Wow.
much. Yeah, and let
That's
kids do what they
dedication.
want. Yes, so I did experiment with that,
Okay.
and so I can say I did that.
Yeah. Wow.
So after school, are you going back to Virginia? Are you staying here in Searcy? I mean, things are rocking here in
So-
Searcy right now.
Yeah.
Art in the art world, it is.
It really
You're
is.
teaming up with Joe a lot
Yes.
from Make Do, right?
Yes.
Oh, are you?
okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a campaign thing for her.
You're doing
and-
some lemons. I
Yes,
saw
on
drawing
my
some lemons.
Apple Pencil.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
awesome.
saw.
Sweet.
I don't know. I did an Instagram poll the other day. Where should I move?
Oh.
So I'm
So you're
still,
leaving it up to,
Yeah.
to
So,
your fans.
I'm gonna
could
do
be.
the same thing. I think-
Yeah, I got a lot of votes for Nashville, so
I'll-
might have
yeah.
to do it again in May
Everyone
and just see.
So I will
moves
say-
to Nashville.
Yeah.
And everybody in Nashville says, don't move here.
There's an art scene there.
It's a big movement
Yeah.
saying, stop moving here. Because it takes 3 hours to go 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. I lived there.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Oh,
Well, I was
wow.
stationed at Campbell, and like,
Okay.
which is like 40 minutes
Okay.
from there.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a life at all, you pretty much just live in Nashville.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good to
But
hear.
yeah, yeah.
I also really like South Carolina, and that has a big art scene too, like Greenville.
Okay.
Did not
with
know.
coastal region.
Yeah.
I can tell you that North Carolina will buy a lot of things.
That's true. if you
There
draw
we go,
their,
If you
Yeah.
draw their
the
outline
state,
of the
Cool,
state with the word
okay.
home in the sides.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
you North Carolinians.
Mhm. So where can everyone find you? Give us all your
Yes.
socials. So if you're looking for Palmer Designs, this is where you find it.
Yes.
And the door opens.
That was good.
Is that your wife coming in the door?
Yeah.
There she is.
My camp
Hey, honey.
counselor.
Hey, hey.
Yes. You caught us at the end.
Hey, real quick, did you tell me that you counseled her and I just forgot?
Yes.
You did tell me? Okay.
That's about right.
She was gonna work at Camp Awesome.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, Meredith Palmer, like Meredith Palmer on Office. That's really
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And an artist. Why didn't I think of that? I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
cool. She was really cool. Yeah, you're like 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, I'm older. Don't let it bother you, honey.
Bye. Good to see you.
Bears beats and Battlestar
That's
Galactica.
right.
Come on, it all comes back full
Cameo-
circle.
It does. That was we talked about that one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love The Office.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's the best.
Hey, at least it's one show that we have seen
Yes. There we go.
Together.
In common.
cross generational.
Yeah.
Okay, so your
Back to
information
you.
then.
My information. So on Instagram, it's Palmer's Designs, Palmer's_designs, and then my website is palmers-designs.com. And Facebook is also Palmer's Designs.
And where can we find you on the New York Gallery? If you're listening and you want to buy some art.
Yeah, that's nyagallery.com.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to remember.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
NYGallery.com. I can remember that.
Yeah.
Brian can remember it right now, and then he'll forget it.
Do you think there's a big market for pigs riding horses?
Yes,
Good.
I know a
Yes.
great artist.
I think it's in high demand. I really do. I have a good feeling about that.
Crispy bacon on a steed.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to see that picture? I posted it on my Facebook or Instagram.
Sweet.
It's quality art.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want
right.
one of those.
I'll make you.
We're printing
I'll
at
print-
Kinko's.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank
so
you
glad
for
to
having
have
me.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And thank you for actually coming, because if you didn't know, you were the first one that I asked to be on our podcast, and he said, "I'm busy." Thank you. And it took till the 11th episode.
And now I'm
Here you
here.
are.
Yeah.
Got it.
She was
Busy.
like,
You're finally not busy washing your hair. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
We enjoyed having you either way. So
Yeah.
thank you.
It's been
I'm
great.
glad we're here. This is good.
Yeah.
So.
Anything else you guys want to finish up with?
No, I'm good.
No,
I ask
we're
this
good.
every time, and everybody says no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for watching
Ciao.
or listening. We'll
Thanks
see you
a
next
lot.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.